Welcome to LFC Transfer HQ, your ultimate source for all things Liverpool FC transfers. Like and subscribe for more football updates. Our first news is Liverpool, in talks with Aston Villa over deal for £50 million midfielder. Liverpool's transfer moves heat up as Elliott talks begin with Aston Villa. Liverpool's summer transfer window has been anything but quiet. With around £200 million already spent on key additions like Florian Wirtz, Milos Kerkez, Jeremy Frimpong and Georgi Mamardashvili, Arne Slot's side is reshaping fast. However, as reported by Team Talk, the next move may not be an incoming but a high-profile exit, Harvey Elliott. Elliott facing exit amidst midfield competition. Elliott, just 22, had a difficult season despite Liverpool's Premier League title win. Starting only 2 league games, his future looks increasingly uncertain. With Wirtz and Mohamed Salah ahead of him, and competition likely to increase, Elliott could be tempted by a move to secure regular minutes. According to Team Talk, they've initiated contact to secure his signature, referring to Aston Villa's approach. Villa, under Unai Emery, are reportedly confident that Elliott is attracted by their ambitious project. Liverpool, meanwhile, are open to offers for the England U21 international as they look to balance their squad and finances. Villa vs West Ham in Elliott race. West Ham remain strong contenders, with Graham Potter known to admire Elliott's talents. Bundesliga clubs have also shown interest, but Villa's early move may give them the edge. Liverpool, for their part, are keen to boost their coffers for other incoming deals, with names like Hugo Ekitike and Alexander Isak mentioned as striker targets. At the back, the Reds face uncertainty over Ibrahima Konate. Mark Gahey is seen as a top candidate, with Jorel Hato and Levi Colwill also under discussion. These pursuits highlight why Liverpool are ready to listen to offers for players like Elliott, to generate funds for further strengthening. Liverpool's transfer strategy this summer is clear: refresh the squad without compromising financial stability. Good money has already been raised from sales like Jarell Quansah and Caoimhin Kelleher, and Elliott's potential £50 million fee could open further doors. While it's never easy to part ways with a player of Elliott's promise, football is ultimately about timing and opportunity. For Elliott, this may be the moment to step out and become a key figure elsewhere. For Liverpool, it's about evolving to stay ahead. Our view, Anfield Index analysis. From a Liverpool fan's perspective, this situation feels bittersweet. Harvey Elliott has been part of the club's plans for several years, and many supporters will remember his breakthrough with real fondness. However, under Arne Slot, the squad has moved in a different direction. Stay tuned for more updates on LFC Transfer HQ, transfer moves, player signings, and latest news. Don't miss subscribe for more LFC Transfer HQ news. Our second news is Liverpool officials to board flight to complete £86 million deal for superstar. Liverpool have stepped up their efforts to bring a new winger to the club in the coming weeks, according to reports, with the Reds sending an entourage out to Real Madrid for Brazilian winger Rodrigo to join the club in the coming weeks. The Reds have been chasing a winger for at least a year, with Newcastle United's Anthony Gordon having been on their radar last summer, and this season has been no different with various links to wide stars. That could culminate in a move for Rodrigo, who may see his future away from Xabi Alonso's men in the future. The report on X, formerly Twitter, by journalist Eduardo Burgos states that Rodrigo is playing a three-pronged game, with a trio of Premier League clubs being interested in his services ahead of a huge summer transfer window move. The Reds will send Israeli representative Pini Zahavi to Madrid to sign Rodrigo, with the Anfield club now being ahead of Arsenal and Chelsea in the race to land the Brazilian talent for their left-wing slot. However, Bayern Munich are now planning to enter the race, given that they won't raise their offer for Liverpool's own winger, Luis Diaz, after reportedly having a bid rejected on Tuesday for the Colombian. Burgos further writes on Spanish outlet S that Liverpool will bid heavily for the Los Blancos winger, although his future remains unknown. Madrid are considering him for an exit this summer, based on valuation and the fee being brought into their coffers this summer, and with Liverpool testing the waters, he is their chosen option for the left wing, having been labelled as a superstar by Luka Modric. Arne Slot's men will do everything in their power to make that happen alongside signing a striker, likely Eintracht Frankfurt striker, Hugo Ekitike. With Zahavi being sent out to the Spanish capital, it's thought that Liverpool's interest will be separate to a deal to take Ibrahima Konate to the Santiago Bernabeu, although Madrid value Rodrigo at just below €100 million, £85 million. Bayern will offer what Madrid are asking for, but only once a deal taking Diaz to the Allianz Arena is completely off the table, and that could see Rodrigo move to Anfield in a domino effect this window. Stay tuned for more updates on LFC Transfer HQ, transfer moves, player signings, and latest news. Don't miss subscribe for more LFC Transfer HQ news. Our last news is Liverpool close to striking agreement for giant striker. All the attention is on the unfolding saga around Hugo Ekitike and Alexander Isak right now. The situation is developing extremely fast as both Newcastle United and the Reds play out a tense game of poker. Liverpool's priority target has always been Isak. There are several factors as to why. The Swedish forward is proven in the Premier League and he is in the prime of his career. But the club has been admirers of Ekitike for several years now. The Frenchman first appeared on Liverpool's radar while he was enjoying his breakout season at Reims. At the time, Newcastle were also interested in Ekitike and the Magpies even tried to sign him, but he opted for a move to Paris Saint-Germain. Now in recent days both Newcastle and Liverpool have made advances to sign Ekitike again, all at the same time the Reds have made an attempt to sign Isak as well. How this plays out remains to be seen. But Liverpool's focus is not just on these two forwards, there's another signing they are close to completing according to a recent report. TalkSport's Gareth Crooks has claimed on X that Liverpool are closing in on a deal to sign Will Wright from Salford City. The towering forward stands at a giant 1.90 meters and he's only just recently turned 17 years old. Wright made 4 first-team appearances for Salford last season while still being 16 years old, including a cameo in the FA Cup against Manchester City. He is a prolific forward who scored over 40 goals at academy level last season and he has 4 goals in 3 games for the club's first team in pre-season so far. Likened to Erling Haaland for his industrious nature and excellent finishing, Wright is regarded as one of the best young forwards in England at the moment. And it looks like Liverpool have won the race for his signature. This could be another massive coup for the club as they look to rebuild their academy and bolster the Reds' options. Wright would probably be a signing for the Reds U21 team, who will be managed by Rob Page. However, he does give Arne Slot another option for the first team as well. Given the fact that he already has experience at senior level, it will be expected that Wright would join up with Liverpool's first team in training sessions, just as Rio Ngumaha has done since arriving from Chelsea. If he catches the eye in those sessions, he could be thrown in at the deep end, especially when he already has experience of playing senior football despite his tender age. Stay tuned for more updates on LFC Transfer HQ, transfer moves, player signings, and latest news. Don't miss subscribe for more LFC Transfer HQ news. Thanks for watching. That's all for today's transfer update. But the transfer window never sleeps, and neither do we. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for the latest Liverpool FC transfer news, rumors, and confirmed deals. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss an update.